Hey ladies, it's Rachel. It has been a while since I've done a bump date. An even longer while since I've done one in my room. I apologize already for all my makeup mess over there. I need to organize my dresser, but I haven't had time. So I just wanted to do an update on, like the last 3 weeks. It has been a while. I've been doing them in my car because we had roommates staying with us and we just didn't have really the privacy to be, for me to be doing them. I really wish I would have done them all like in my room, but this house is like, the rooms aren't close together, but the living room's right outside our door. And so I don't mind people hearing me. It's just kind of weird. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to get to the cut to the chase. So I believe this is 15, 16, and 17. At least 16 and 17. This is quite a bit of them put together. But a lot of the reason I wasn't in a hurry to make them is because nothing has really changed. I have a lot of the same symptoms, and I just kind of popped out of nowhere this week, and so I'm going to show my belly at the end. But I'm going to start off with symptoms, and then I will talk about my baby appointment. So, first off, my nausea has really subsided. It's gone down tremendously from at first. I still, when I wake up, if I don't eat right away, I get a little nauseous and I kind of dry heave a little bit, but I haven't actually puked in probably a week or two. So fingers crossed I don't puke anymore. So that's a good sign. That's great. Also, another symptom I've kind of had more and more of is I've actually been feeling him move. So I've been feeling a lot of flutters, and probably 3 or 4 times now I've felt like pokes, like him poking me, probably like his hand or his leg with how little he is right now, but it felt like a little finger poking me, but from the inside. It was the first time, honestly, scared the crap out of me. I was laying in bed here with my fiance. We were watching a show, and it wasn't even a scary part or nothing, and it was poked, and I was like, ah! And so it's like, what? And I'm like, the baby moved. But it was awesome. Can't feel it from the outside yet, obviously, but that's really the only change. That started probably about 16 and a half weeks, and I'm 17 weeks and 3 days, 17 weeks and 4 days, something like that. I'll be 18 weeks on Saturday. So another kind of news is I had my 16-week appointment. I didn't get an ultrasound just because she's going to do one at my appointment for my 20-week anatomy scan. So there was really no need to do one this week. And we already knew the gender, so, which is a boy, for those of you who didn't know. We're so excited. And we do have a name picked out, and I might announce it in this video. You guys will have to watch and see. So, yeah, the appointment went well. They found, my midwife found his heartbeat on the Doppler. It was 144, which is right around what it usually is on ours at home. It started out really high, and now it's kind of going lower and lower as he gets bigger, I guess. I don't really know. But he is the size, it's this app that I have called Ovia, and it says he's the size of a PS4 controller, which I thought was really interesting because my fiance is into video games and all these fruits, like, oh, he's the size of an orange, he's the size of a cucumber, you know, he's just kind of like, okay, we don't have cucumbers, you know, and so he hasn't really had the chance to kind of get the idea of actually how big he is. But that one was kind of cool because now he's like, oh, I could hold the baby in my hands. Kind of funny. But, yeah. So the appointment went well. I got the second round of my genetic testing blood work done. Got the results back and everything is perfect. So no flags, no signs that he could have Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, nothing like that, which is very good. Obviously, it wouldn't have changed anything, but it's definitely weight off our shoulders knowing that, you know, things will be easier for him and easier for us. And, you know, it's always a scare for couples that are having a baby that they're going to have Down syndrome or something that will kind of affect their quality of life, I guess. And these are my dogs here. They're hanging out with me. So yeah. I'm trying to think. I really don't know what other symptoms. I honestly half the time don't even feel pregnant. I have to use my Doppler because I freak out and I'm thinking something's wrong because I don't feel sick and I don't have headaches and I don't have anything like that. So it's wonderful. I am going to go ahead and show you guys my belly and then I'll show you guys something I bought for him. Sorry guys, my tag is sticking out there. So here's from the side. I feel like I'm getting huge. Like my stomach wasn't flat when I got pregnant, but it definitely wasn't like this. The front and other side. So I definitely popped out of nowhere. I have no idea where this came from because last week I just looked fat. I have been taking pictures every week, so at the end of my pregnancy I am going to make like a little montage thing so you guys can see my belly from then. But yeah, I really kind of popped this week, which is kind of fun. I don't look fat as fat. So I would go to the store and people would be like I'd be buying baby stuff like, oh, who's this for? And I'm like, oh, it's for my baby. And they're like, oh, how old is he or whatever, she? And I'm just like, in womb. And they're like, oh, I couldn't even tell you were pregnant. I was like, yeah, I know, I just look fat. And they're like, yeah, I mean, it's like, what the heck? So I got him this blanket and it has his name on it. And I'm going to show you guys, since this is kind of a longer video. I was going to do a separate video, do like all sort of cute announcement. But my announcement idea, everybody's been doing lately, where they like take a picture of something that looks like that resembles the letter, and then they put it together. And I just didn't want to do that. So let me grab this blanket. I will just show you guys. I got this off Etsy, and oh my goodness, it is all sorts of crazy right now. Let me fold it a little better. So his middle name is after my fiance's dad. His other nephew is named after his grandpa, so we wanted his dad to have some sort of special meaning in his name. So his first name doesn't have any real special meaning, but the place is beautiful, and the place that he's like his first name is after is very beautiful, and we had a very hard time deciding on a first name. My dad's name is Morris, and I wasn't going to name my child after my dad. He didn't want us to name him after him. And so Zach's dad's name is Ray, well, Raymond, but so baby boy's middle name is going to be Ray, and his first name is going to be Hudson. So Hudson Ray. And it took us quite a while to figure that out. We didn't have anything picked out before I was pregnant, before we found out the gender. after we found out the gender, we had so many people asking, so what's his name? What's his name? And we're like, we don't know. And they're like, no, just tell us. I know you probably have a couple. And I'm like, nothing at all. So that one wasn't even on our original list. We had a little list picked out. We had like the name Levi, the name Colt, the name Landon, a bunch of other names, but I every time I hear a name, I would think of somebody I went to high school with that had it. I would think of, you know, like somebody on Facebook who had that name. I would think of, you know, a celebrity, and I would just be like, even if it wasn't a bad person, you know, I would still just be like, I don't want to think of this person when I think of the name, or when other people think of the name. I want them to think of him. And so that's where we got Hudson. I've never met a Hudson. Zach's never met a Hudson. And yeah, so the reason we're spelling it differently, Hudsen instead of Owen, it sounds a little different. Never met a Hudson either, you know, but it sounds a little different. It sounds better, we think, with the name, the full name. So it's Hudson. So when it's pronounced, it's not Hudson, it's Hudson. It's kind of weird, but I'm sure he'll go his whole life with people misspelling his name, but I honestly don't really care. I'd rather them misspell it than mispronounce it. Just kind of one of my pet peeves. My name's Rachel, but people, Rochelle, what was another one? Like, Rachel. Like, I don't even know where people get these, like, pronunciations. But Hudson Ray, that's going to be his name. And I will give you guys another update here in about a week on my 18 weeks, as well as my 20-week anatomy scan once I get that done. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.